Hey guys, it's Lee, your independent scented consultant. Welcome back to my channel and to this new year. So I hope you all had a good New Year's Eve and stayed safe. I had a bit of drama, well, not New Year's Eve, but yesterday I got pinged to say that I'd been exposed to potentially someone who has tested positive, so I now have to do daily lateral flow tests for 7 days. So that's great fun, especially as they're not easy to get hold of. But anyway, let's start with my December empties. So, bit of a mammoth one this month. Shed load of candles, finished off a shed load of waxes and some other bits and pieces. So without further ado, I will start with the candles, and as I said, there are plenty of them. So I used up a Holiday Home Sweet Home votive from Yankee. Still smells. I've had these for a few years now, so I was a bit iffy what they would be like, but that's quite nice, quite spicy. Went through a Yankee Christmas wreath. As you can see, the colour has actually started to leach out of the candle and into the packaging. So it was that one. Then this one, it was really, really nice, which was Yankee Candles Birchwood. Really fresh and warm. Then I finished off, or used, a Yankee Candle Beach Fire votive. That was quite nice, quite smoky. And then the last of the votives, which was Christmas Eve. And this is a really nice one. Do really like Christmas Eve. I've liked that one for many years. Then on to larger candles. So I used up a, what's this one? Winter Berries from Wax Lyrical. So this burnt really, really well. Bit of residue, don't know if you can see there. Bit of residue on the glass, but nothing major. Quite a nice scent. Burnt really well, right to the bottom. Quite pleased with that one. Actually, most of these did really well. Then I had a Twisted Peppermint. So I think this was from Home Bargains. It wasn't expensive. I think it was about £2.50. Nice smell. Quite a light peppermint smell, burnt really well right to the bottom. There was residue on the glass, but I mean, for £2.50, what do you expect? I mean, you can't really complain at that. So that was a really nice one. Then I finished off a Purity Lab candle. So this was Jingle Jangle All the Way. Don't think there's scent notes on here. Oh, Vanilla Spice, and this was quite nice. It did burn really well. Again, pretty much right to the bottom. Very, very little wax left, and not a huge amount of residue. So that was from Purity Lab Australia, which it wasn't from Australia. Well, I didn't buy it from Australia. Then finished off a Yankee Candle Home Inspiration in Merry Mint Chocolate. Now this one, plenty of residue on the glass. It's one of the things that is really off-putting with Yankee now. The fact that you do just end up, like, to be honest, this is pretty good, to be fair, in comparison to some that I've had. So this was really nice, warm, chocolatey mint scent. Yeah, probably wouldn't repurchase that one. And then another Yankee one, which did do really well. And if I was to buy Yankee candles again, these are the ones I would buy, which is from the Elevator collection. So this was Frosted Fir. And what I love about these, the lids actually double then as a coaster, so not to damage your surfaces. And this was a really nice pine scent. But what I do really like about these, they have 2 wicks. So as you can see, it just burns so well. burns virtually to the very bottom, very little residue, and I've had a few of these now over the last few years, and I've never had a complaint about these. They just burn far better than the 1 wick single jars, or the 1 wick round jars. So these I probably would repurchase these ones, but certainly won't be repurchasing the circular ones, even though I do have probably about 8 or 10 of them to get through. Then I finished off an Esteban. This was Sapan Exquise. I think it translates something like exquisite pine. This was a really nice pine scent. There was something else with it. Couldn't tell you what it was, but it was pine and something. That was really nice. Again, burnt very well, right to the very bottom, with virtually no residue at all on the glass. And I might actually try and see if I can repurpose this, because it's such a pretty little jar. So I probably will try and repurpose that one. Then I finished off my beloved Pimanda candle by Diptyque. So this is Clove Orange. I think it's mainly just clove and orange, but it's a really pleasant. I mean, they're not cheap. They're 47 or I think 47 or 49 pounds. But that said, I mean, it burnt right to the very bottom. I repurpose these, use these to put pens in, paintbrushes, pretty much anything I've got. My small travel size fragrances in them. You could put matches in them with a striker plate on the bottom. I love this scent. This is one of my favourite Diptyque scents. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's just a warm orange clove. Absolutely beautiful scent. And then the last of the candles was one from Owen Drew, which I picked this up last Christmas, so Christmas 2020, and it was part of their holiday collection. And just found a bit of something on the desk. So this was Holly and Ivy, so they come packaged in this lovely tissue paper. So this one, again, burnt pretty well, pretty much right to the very bottom. Only bit of residue once got right towards the bottom. Really nice scent. So I do have the scent description for this, which is a tribute to one of the nation's favourite carols and an English tradition which dates back to the 1700s. We have complemented the natural delicate aroma of holly and ivy by combining their fragrance with an array of scents traditionally associated with Christmas, such as cranberries, frosted spruce and earthy amber. And yeah, this is an absolutely beautiful one as well. And these glasses, they are actually marked on the bottom with 2 water drops. I just clean these out, pop them in the dishwasher, and I use them for drinking glasses. So I have actually built up a nice collection of new drinking glasses through using those. I finished off a Consultant Transition Kit bottle of Peppermint and Vanilla. This is probably one of my favourite oils that we do. It's just crisp peppermint with like sweet warm vanilla. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I've just ordered another bottle of this. I do have a full-size bottle there, and I've just ordered another bottle. I was very pleased to see that this isn't being taken out of the catalogue at the end of January. For Region 2, this is rolling over into the Spring-Summer 2022 catalogue, which is brilliant, and it is currently 10% off at the moment, meaning it's £13.5 a bottle, I think, which is great. Great value. And they're not cheap, but they do last ages. I mean, I've had this one 6 months. This is a 5ml one. and this is probably the one I've used most. I even added this onto some cotton wool and popped it in my vacuum cleaner because it was starting to smell, and even now, I think it's about 2 weeks later, maybe 3 weeks, I can still smell it. Absolutely love that. So pleased it's staying. And I probably will pick up another few bottles throughout the next 6 months just in case it does go away. So then onto wax now. I used up these were not samples, but it was like a sampler pack. So I think there was about 15 different single cube wax melts from Focus. That's too small. So this was Spiced Pumpkin from Jessie's Handmade Goods, and this was really nice, warm, almost vanilla pumpkin scent. So really enjoyed that. I do have another load of them to go through at some point. Then I was kindly sent a sample of the Ripened Berries Wax, which is Scentsey's January 2020 scent of the month. Only because I didn't get the whiff box in December and I was intrigued what it smelt like, to know whether to order one, so my friend kindly sent me a sample. And it's a really nice, sweet. It almost reminds me of when you open a packet of wine gums. I don't eat wine gums anymore, but when I did, this is what the smell reminds me of. It's like a sweet, fruity, just really nice. If you like sweet, fruity scents, I would highly recommend Ripened Berry. So there was that one. Then finished off a few bars of wax. Some of these I've had knocking around a while. Others I have actually gone through the whole bar in December. So roll of the dice. So this is what we have here is a zesty citrus and dark fruits lurking beneath sage and balsam, all daring you to test your luck. And as you all know, I wasn't keen on this. Yeah, I do have another 2 bars which I will slowly get through, but it's not my favourite scent. Though Melissa Johnson did suggest using it as a mixer and try mixing it with some other ones. I think we came up with possibly sugar because that's quite sweet and might tone it down. I may even try it with vanilla bean buttercream when I move on to the next bar, which I should do soon, because rather than taking up space with ones that I'm not keen on, I should just warm through them and get them gone. But there was that one. Then this one I've had since last January, and it was still smelling really strong. So this was Pima Cotton, and this is a light clean blend of lilies, freesia and jasmine. And this, wow, is a powerhouse. It's strong and it lasts. And it's really like nice, clean, fresh linen scent. Then I finished off in Enchanted Woods. So this is luminous amber and hints of creamy coconut meander through a mystical forest of sandalwood and birchwood. And this, to me, is a bit like Twilight Frost, but lighter and slightly sweeter and less earthy. Do really like that one, but I think I prefer Twilight Frost out of the 2. Then one I've had since last January, and I'm really quite gutted to see the end of it now, because it was a really nice one. It's Breakfast Blend. So this is Get Buzzed on the pure scent of rich just brewed coffee, and it is what it says on the pack. It is just a rich, straight up coffee scent. Do really like that one. I was hoping that we would have had some coffee scents in the spring summer catalogue coming out, but we don't, and that's really sad. So then I finished off a Just For You. So this is Wild Blackberry, offers its one of a kind sweetness to a forest of fir balsam and pine needles, and this is a really nice one. It's just a sweet fruity pine scent. I say just, that's what it is. Then I went through a bar of Very Snowy Spruce. So this is breathe in fresh air, balsam spruce and cedar branches embrace the warmth of amber and woody pine cones. And you guys, this is in my club. I absolutely love this. I first had it last December in the Counter Clean, so I don't believe it was available as wax back then. However, yeah, we had it as part of the Sense of Season collection and it went in my club immediately the day it was released. Then I finished off a bar of Ursula Poor Unfortunate Souls. So this is an alluring potion of wild blackberry, scarlet raspberry and bubbly goji berry wrapped up in vengeful vanilla silk will leave you spellbound. And this one is absolutely beautiful scent. No, it's not a strong performer. For me, I get a few hours of muted, subtle scent and then it's gone. Definitely stronger in the pack. I do find I get really good performance out of this in a tea light warmer, which obviously scented waxes aren't designed to be used in a tea light warmer. But I had a cube of it in the bathroom last night in my tea light warmer while I was having a bath and I was like, oh yes. So even if this ends up being one that I warm in the bathroom in a tea light warmer, it has now gone back into my club. I have also been mixing it with a few things which I've covered in other videos. And this week's warming video, there's also another mix. But I may as well tell you about it now. I mixed it with banana berry, which was really nice. Again, I only had about 3-4 hours out of it before I stopped smelling it. But as Melissa said, no, if you get a few hours out of a scent you really like, then it's worth it. Whether it will stay in my club, I don't know. Long term, depends if they re-release it. I might just, each time they re-release it, grab a few bars. But anyway, moving on. So then I finished off a pink sugar berry mint. So this is plump raspberries delightfully dusted with sugar and the sweetest hint of peppermint. And it's a sweet strawberry milkshake in my eyes. Really, really nice. Just a bit of a spoiler, this one's coming out in the catalogue. So I'm really pleased with that because I can take it out of my scented club for a little while. So then I finished off 2 bars of Disney Season of Magic. So I actually went through the bar and a half in the month. No, I went through, bar and a half in the month. So this is sugar crystals and frosty icicles twinkle and shine over sweet pine and wild berries filling the air with magic. And this one is in my club. I filled every warmer in the house with it Christmas Eve morning, and it was just the most beautiful scent for Christmas Eve. And I think the reason I want to keep it in my club is just because for me this is going to be a Christmas Eve scent for me, and I think each year it will be a case of the 23rd of December, clear all the warmers out, pop this in ready to be switched on Christmas Eve. It's just, for me, it's an absolutely beautiful Christmas Eve scent. So that's all the waxes. Then I will move on to, there's only one item in this category. So body care. So this was Perfect Gentleman from the Father's Day collection. This is the shave soap. And this is marine water, oak moss and white amber. And really like the scent of this. I wish we had this in the body line, because we don't have really any masculine scents in the body care line, which is a shame. However, it was nice enough. For me, I was a bit disappointed with it. Just, I didn't find that it gave me a smooth shave. That's not to say that other people won't. It could just be a combination of this and my razor, but would I buy it again? No. I do have two tubes of it in the blue agave and melon scent. So I have started using one of the blue agave and melon ones, but for me, I didn't get on with it. So then I finished off a Very Snowy Spruce Counter Clean. So as I said, this was one I had in my whiff box last December, and this was one that it's just such a nice scent, really, really is. And the counter cleans are really good. I love them, especially for my white painted windowsill there, because it gets really grubby from the cat. Just a squirt of this, leave it 5 seconds, just wipe it and it all comes off. It's great for bottoms of saucepans, desks, any hard surfaces. I've seen people use it on fabrics. I haven't used it on fabrics, but yeah, hard surfaces, floors, toilets, anything like that, it's really good for. Then on to some laundry line. So I have finished up a Jammy Time laundry liquid. So this, the laundry liquid and Scent Soft, is really, really nice scent. Really, really like that. If you like Jammy Time, it is worth trying. I mean, our laundry products are expensive, but they are really good and the scent does last ages. I tend to use this, I'll be straight up, I don't use Scentsy laundry detergent on everything. I tend to use it on stuff that I don't use fabric conditioner with, so things like my towels, my running kit, anything like that, just because you then don't necessarily need anything. But I have used it on my bedding with the Jammy Time Scent Soft, and this is fab. The scent lasts ages, and like even now, did I wash the bottle out? Yes. Even now, I rinsed the bottle out and I can still smell it in here. Such a nice scent. I'm actually going to reuse this bottle because I use the liquid laundry cleanser, and it's such a faff having to measure 6 capfuls, and I did try the pump in the bottle, and I think 6 pumps is the same as 6 caps, which is a dose. So I thought I'll take the label off this, relabel it, and then I can just use this for my laundry cleanser. Although I have seen people say that the pumps fit are washing up liquid bottles, so I might try that with this one. And then I finished off a Cloudberry Dreams washer whiffs, and for me, let me turn the slide off a second. Right. Oh, that's okay anyway. So for me, the washer whiffs definitely are worth the money. Again, they're not cheap, but they are so strong. Most of them are strong. There are a few which are quite light. So you either, if you're sensitive to smells, the lighter ones are better, or just add a bit extra. Again, I tend to use this on my running kit just because my running kit does get really smelly, and I find that this just stops it. And I also find if I wash my running kit with this, even a week later, if I pop it on and go out for a run, very often I can still smell this when I'm running, which is nice and smell in my pits. So Cloudberry Dreams is a really strong one. If you like strong scents, I would highly recommend that. Then, sticking with fragrancy type things, I've started a new fragrance flower. So this was in Mulled Cider and Spice. This one is really strong. I do find it really strong. It replaced a Joy and Wonder, and in my opinion the Joy and Wonder was really week. I had to be really close to it to smell it. This one is far stronger. I think that was the Dahlia Darling, which is my favourite style. Then I went through 2 scent circles in the car. So the first one was Very Merry Cranberry, and I did put this in. I did take it out probably before I should have done, though I did pop it back into the bag that I took this one out of, and there was a reason why I swapped them around. So that was a really nice one. And this one is Mulled Cider and Spice, and the reason I put this one in the car just before Christmas was because it was one of the 3D ones, and I picked these up in the sale, and I probably next year I will put it in at the start of December rather than like towards Christmas. So once this stops smelling, I will then switch back to the Very Merry Cranberry. And then I used, this was from one of the clearance sales last year, which was Dumbo Circus Parade scent pack. So this I've actually put in a box with all my Christmas jumpers, Christmas t-shirts, and my Christmas running kit up in the loft, just because I thought it will help stop that musty smell. I usually end up, when I get it out, having to rewash everything, so I thought, well, I'll pop one of these in and see if that stops it. And then finally, from this Empties, I went through a packet of cotton cleanups. So for those of you that don't know, cotton cleanups are basically giant cotton pads with a little handle, and this is one that I've used 3 times now. So you can see there's like a bit of red, bit of purple, bit of purple mixed with red, and then I think that might have been, Circus Parade. So these are £7 for 25, which sounds expensive, but I can usually get 5 or 6 cubes soaked up. Like now, where this is set hard, all I tend to do is pop that in a warmer, switched on, and just leave it. And as the wax melts, the heat will then melt this set wax, and it will get absorbed. Yes, it might take 15-20 minutes, maybe half an hour, but it's a great way to actually maximise the use. When I gave my mother some to try, she was like, "Oh, they're a bit rubbish because you use them once and then you can't use them again because how do you get the wax up there?" And I was like, "Well, you just leave it in and it melts and absorbs." So, yes. Another recommendation, if you're using them in mini warmers, pop them in sideways, and then you can kind of get 4 uses out of it that way. And then if you do have a full-size warmer, very often there's still a section there that you can pop it in, and again you can usually get good 5 full cubes soaked up in it. And then I just use these as fire lighters for my wood burner. So that's it. As I said, I hope you all had a very happy new year, and until next time, take care, stay safe, happy warming, and see you soon. Bye.